Hello all, and welcome to my Semi Now video. Welcome. So, for those of you, for those of you who don't know, my name's Keyanna, and I got to spend the summer at Camp Pinnacle, which is an amazing, incredible summer missions camp for girls. It's in the North Georgia mountains, so very beautiful, very fun, high energy camp. So I just want to share with you briefly a story that kind of reflects the Lord's goodness, and is just really a taste of how faithful he was this summer. So yes, so at camp on Thursday night we have this super cool time called porch time. Now what happens is the counselors will sit out on the porch. Mind blowing, I know, that must be why it's called porch time. But the counselors sit on the porch, and the girls will be in the cabin, and they can come out and talk to the counselors about anything. They can talk about anything, they can ask questions about anything. Sometimes they're very random questions and prayer requests. Other times they're very deep and meaningful. But it's always a good time. The Lord always shows up at porch time. So this one week in particular, I had a girl in my cabin named Lizzie, and Lizzie's one of those cool kind of keeps to herself. Well, not really keeps to herself, but doesn't openly share with others, I guess is the better way to word it. And just nothing phases me. I'm good. We're fine. So this particular porch time for this week, she walked out of the cabin. I was just sitting there reading and praying for these girls, and she just tears in her eyes just comes out there, and I'm like, Lizzie, what's up? Obviously the world is ending, but she just shared with me that she was very broken and very much so hurting, because her brother isn't saved. He's not a believer, and he's struggling, and she knows that Christ, even at the young age that she is, knows that Christ is hope, and that he brings joy, and that he's ultimately life. So she was just very broken because he doesn't have life. So I got to pray over her and for her family and their brokenness, and their hurt over this child of theirs, this brother, who doesn't know the goodness of God. I remember in that moment I was praying for her. The Lord also broke my heart for my own brother, because I also have a brother who isn't a believer and who knows the word and has heard it and yet still doesn't believe. And so very much so of I relate to her, and so I was very broken over that. But then the Lord brought me to some passages in Psalms, like Psalm 117, that talks about praising the Lord because of his faithful love, and just even in the midst of being hurt over the loss, especially the loss that you're close to, in the midst of that, the Lord is still faithful, and his faithful love endures forever. So that's kind of the takeaway I want y'all to take away from this, is that the Lord is faithful, his faithful love endures forever. Read Psalms because it's really good. And yeah, so it's just a very good reminder of this is how broken you should be for your brother, and on a regular basis. And I think that's about it, because I ran out of time.